Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंह की, श्री पंचतत्व भगवान की और प्रेमानंदे। Hare Krishna. Readings from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, titled Scheduled Incarnations, and today we will see text 42. But before getting into the text, let's chant the auspicious invocation prayers. I'll chant, you try to repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nigamakalpatarorgalitam phalam Sukamukatamrita dravasamyutam Pibata Bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhuraho rasika bhuvibhavakaha Narayanam namaskritya Naranchaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatyam Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki yeṣāṁ sa yeṣa bhagavān dhyayed anantaḥ येषां स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीक्यम् सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीक्यम् ते दुष्टरम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāṁ ते दुस्तराम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāṁ नैṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye naiṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye yeṣāṁ स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः sarvātmanāśrita-pado yadi nirvyalīkam te dustarām atitaranti ca deva-māyāṁ naiṣāṁ mamāhamiti śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye yeṣāṁ स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः sarvātmanāśrita-pado yadi nirvyalīkam te dustarām atitaranti ca deva-māyāṁ naiṣāṁ mamāhamiti śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye येषां स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीकम् ते दुष्टरम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāम् नैṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye येषां स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीकम् ये दुष्टराम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāṁ नैṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye येषां स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीकम् ते दुष्टराम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāम् नैṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye माताजी येषां स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीकम् ते दुष्टराम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāम् नैṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye येषां स एष भगवान् ध्यायेदनन्तः सर्वात्मनाश्रितपदो यदि निर्व्यलीकम् ते दुष्टराम् अतितरन्ति च देव-māyāम् नैṣāṁ mamāhamiति śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye yeṣāṁ, unto those only. Saha, the Lord. eṣaḥ, the bhagavān, the personality of Godhead. Dayayed, does bestow his mercy. Anantaḥ, the unlimited potential. Sarvātmanā, by all means, without reservation. āśrita-padaḥ, surrendered soul. Yadi, if such surrender. Nirvyalīkam, without pretension. Those only. Dustarām, insurmountable. Atitaranti, can overcome. Cha, and the paraphernalia. Deva-māyāṁ, diverse energies of the Lord. Na, not. yeṣāṁ, of them. Mama, mine. Aham, myself. Iti, thus. Dhīḥ, conscious. Śva, dogs. śṛgāla, jackals. Bhakṣye, in the matter of eating. Translation, please repeat. But anyone who is specifically favored by the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, due to unalloyed surrender unto the service of the Lord, can overcome the insurmountable illusion, the insurmountable ocean of illusion, and can understand the Lord. But those who are attached to this body, which is meant to be eaten, at the end, by the dogs and jackals, cannot do so. Purport. The unalloyed devotees of the Lord know the glories of the Lord in the sense that they can understand how great the Lord is and how great his expansion of his diverse energies. Those who are attached to the perishable body can hardly enter into the realm of the signs of Godhead. The whole materialistic world, based on the conception of the material body as the self, is ignorant of the signs of God. The materialist is always busy working for the welfare of the material body, not only his own, but also those of his children, kinsmen, communitymen, countrymen, etc. The materialists have many branches of philanthropic and altruistic activities from a political, national, and international angle of vision, but none of the field work can go beyond the jurisdiction of the misconception of identifying the material body with the spirit soul. Unless, therefore, one is saved from the wrong conception of the body and the soul, there is no knowledge of Godhead. And unless there is knowledge of Godhead, all advancement of material civilization, however dazzling, should be considered a failure. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupak Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Gurun Sri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschaittya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangalangayate gram kripatamaham vande Srigurum dinitaranam paramanandamaduvam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrite vipritam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam Namāvam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamini Namine Nama Acharya Padayane Tai Kripa Padayane Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragramatarini Hare Krishna yeṣāṁ sa yeṣ bhagavān dayayed anantaḥ sarvātmanāśrita-pado yadi nirvyalīkam te dustarām atitaranti cha deva-māyāṁ naiṣāṁ mamāham iti dhīḥ śva-śṛgāla-bhakṣye. But anyone who is specifically favored by the Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead, due to the unalloyed surrender unto service of the Lord, can overcome the insurmountable ocean of illusion and can understand the Lord. Those who are attached to this body, which is meant to be eaten by the dogs and jackals in the end, cannot do so. So this interesting conversation is happening between Narada and Brahma. And Narada, he has asked some questions to Brahma in the very beginning, in the 4th chapter. So then Brahma is trying to answer all those questions. Narada has asked some very basic questions to Brahma, that who is behind this cosmic creation, who is sustaining it, and what is the purpose of this cosmic creation, what are the symptoms of this cosmic creation. So various, what is the basis at adhisthānam, what is the basis of this cosmic creation. It's samastam, where it enters after it is wound off. So various questions he has asked, and Brahma is very systematically explaining to him that how the Supreme Lord is the basis of the cosmic creation, and he is the cause of all causes. There are material cause, there is efficient cause, there is ingredient cause. So many different causes are there. But all these causes are simply diverse energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the point. Here it is, Prabhupada is saying, the unalloyed devotees of the Lord know the glories of the Lord in the sense that they can understand how great the Lord is and how great is his expansion of his diverse energies. Parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate. That there are diverse energies of the Lord, and these diverse energies of the Lord are acting wonderfully in the matter of creation, and also they are acting wonderfully in the matter of the activities of the spiritual world, where there is no activity of creation. This material world only the activity of creation is seen. Bhutagrāma sayevāyam bhutva bhutva praliyate ratri agame avasappartha prabhavanti agaragame. So this material world is the place where repeated creation and destruction is seen. But there is no occurrence of repeated creation and destruction in the spiritual world. Sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Satyam param. It is the absolute truth. Means that it is unchangeably true without the influence of time. This material world is a changing truth. A very funny word, changing truth. Looks like an oxymoron. Truth cannot change. But the fact is, this material world is a changing truth because it is relative. It is relative. There is cause, there is effect, and then there is cause, there is effect, there is cause, there is effect, and then that cycle is just going on and on and on and on. So therefore, this material world is a relative truth where one thing depends on the other thing. But the spiritual world is absolute truth because everything is dependent on the independent Supreme Lord, Abhigyaswarat. So therefore, Prabhupada explains in Bhagavatam that the servitor is also independent in serving the Lord in the material world, in the spiritual world. The servitor is also independent. So real independence is seen in the spiritual world. Real independence is seen in the spiritual world. It is not seen in the material world. Material world, everything is heavily dependent. Everything is heavily dependent. First of all, we are dependent on this body. And this body is a very bad shelter. Durashraya. Durashraya, very bad shelter. Why this body is a very bad shelter? Because this body is an unreliable shelter. You cannot rely on this body. For some time it looks as if that it is listening to you, but after some time you have to listen to it. Till you are young, it is listening to you. When you become old, you have to start listening to the body. The body will say, hey, don't do this, hey, don't do that, don't sit on the floor for a long time. If you sit in the floor for a long time, I will protest. I will make so much pain for you in the knees. So the body will protest. Say, hey, why are you doing this? I don't agree with this. So this body is a very bad shelter. It's a very bad shelter for the Atma. But for the Atma to understand that this body is a very bad shelter is very difficult. Very, very difficult. Why it is very difficult? Because he has associated with the body from time immemorial. And from time immemorial, with the mind, with the help of the mind, he has actually accumulated so many impressions, which actually reinforce his idea that I am this body, And whatever belongs to this body is mine. Mamāham. Mama means I am this body. All this is mine, this body is mine, and the extensions of this body is mine, my property, my children, my family, my prestige, my money, so many different things. Pumsastriya maituni bhavametam tayor mito hriday granti mahuhu ata griha kshetra suta apta vittayar. Big list is there. Griha, kshetra, suta, atta, vittayar. So many big list is there. Janasya moho yamaham mameti. Rishabhadeva is very nicely saying that how a person becomes systematically entangled in sex life, and because of that systematic entanglement of sex life, Prabhupada says he becomes systematically unmindful of the real welfare work. Prabhupada uses this word that in this material world, everybody is systematically unmindful. Very, very deep words. 2 words, but very deep. The whole system of this material world is created in such a way that we become unmindful of Krishna. Especially in Kali Yuga. The whole system, the education, the training, the whole culture, or the lack of culture, whatever you want to say, everything is towards how to forget Krishna. How to forget Krishna. So therefore, naturally, it becomes very difficult for everyone to be happy. To be happy. Recently, I went for a tour to a different country, and then I came back. And then my realization out of the tour was the most difficult thing in this material world is to be happy. This is my realization. People are so intent to become miserable. They are working very hard, more than 12, 13 hours a day, just to become miserable. Just to become miserable. They cannot understand that this hard work which they are doing, that different things they are trying to achieve, it is not going to give them happiness. It is not going to give them happiness. Prachina Barhi, there is a king, he is in 4th canto, and Narad Muni, he is thinking, what is this guy? He came from the descendant of Dhruva, and then he is simply trying to go to heavenly planet and enjoy. What kind of guy he is? So Narada takes so much compassion on him, and then he goes to Prachina Barhi on his own. He just goes on his own. And then he simply tells him, oh, my dear king, what are you trying to do? You are trying to kill so many animals in the sacrificial fire, and you are trying to do so many things thinking that you will go to heaven. But my dear sir, you are not going to heaven, you are going to hell. All the animals you killed, they are all waiting for you. Once you leave your body, they will pierce you. Now Prachinabar, he is saying, hey, what is this new story? The Brahmins who are guiding me, they never told me all these things. They told me that if I do more yajna, if I kill more animals, I can just go to Swarga and I can enjoy for a long time. Now you are telling a different story. What is this? What is this story? I can't understand this story because he tells him a very long story. The story of Puranjana. Pura means this body, Anjana means the person who wants to enjoy this body. So Puranjana is the person who wants to enjoy this body, which is they are all the conditioned souls. They are all Puranjana, we are all Puranjana. We have a body, we are trying to enjoy this body. So Narad Muni is actually telling him the story of Puranjana, how he had different friends, how he tried to enjoy. He went to hunt and he came back and he had a golden chariot and he had a wife and he tried to pacify his wife, tried to have nice time with his wife. He made big family. He had a nice city which was guarded by a snake with 5 heads. And then how there was one Gandharva king known as Chandavega. He came and attacked the Puranjana's kingdom, and this snake, it was fighting. Then the snake got defeated. Such a big story he tells. It's a very, very allegorical story where everything stands for everything else. A nice allegorical story. And then in the end of the story, Puranjana is saying, Prachinabar, he is saying, I don't understand this story very much because I have been given a different instruction. So now you are telling me a different story. Now can you please clarify this whole matter? Then Narada Muni tells him another story. He tells him the story of a deer in the forest, which is enjoying with his she-deer and then nicely hearing the music. Oh, very nice music, very good, very well. And he is trying to nibble on the tender grass. And then he doesn't see that there is a tiger which is waiting to kill him, and there is a hunter who is actually aiming for him. He doesn't see all those things. He is simply engrossed in his enjoyment of nice music and some green grass and some little sex life. So he's thinking, oh, everything is all right. Life is very good. Everything is all right. So therefore, in this material world, 99.99% of the population, they are not aware that they are in dangerous position. They are not aware that they are in dangerous position. They think that their dangerous position is actually a position of enjoyment. I have a car, I have nice things to eat, I can go from one place to another place, I can drive simply for eating, I can go eat there and I can come back. That is enjoyment. So people are thinking like that. Various people are thinking various things. Oh, what is that Mayapur, such a monotonous place, such a village. Let me go to city. So many things are happening in the city. I'll go and enjoy in the city. People are thinking. But Prabhupada is saying, another name of factory is hell. Another name of factory is hell. In purport, Prabhupada is saying this. Another name of factory is hell. And 99% of the city population is simply engaged in some sort of factory work or that. So, therefore, Bhagavatam is telling that, sir, you want to be happy, so please accept this proposal. What is the proposal? The proposal is simply serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the proposal. Please accept this proposal. And how to serve? There is some conditions apply. What is the condition apply? Is very nicely Prabhupada says, nirvyalīkam, without pretension. Without pretension. Prabhupada uses the word without pretension in the word-to-word translation, and in the translation, Prabhupada uses another interesting word, unalloyed surrender. Unalloyed surrender, because Prabhupada is a chemist. Sometimes he uses very scientific words. An alloy is actually a combination of few metals in science. In material science, you see that there are different alloys. There is metal and then there is alloy. An alloy is not a pure metal. It's a combination of few metals. That's called an alloy. They combine few metals and then they make an alloy. And then the alloy is used for various things. A commonly used alloy is stainless steel. Because steel cannot be stainless. The nature of steel is to rust. So if you want to make something which takes away the quality of the steel, then you have to add something else to it so that you make it a stainless steel. It's an alloy basically. So means that which is mixed is called alloy. So unalloyed surrender means the surrender which is not mixed with the materialistic idea. That is called unalloyed surrender. So that's what Prabhupada says, that we should have unalloyed surrender. Unalloyed surrender. What will unalloyed surrender give? Unalloyed surrender will give unalloyed happiness. Alloyed surrender will give alloyed happiness. No surrender will give unalloyed distress. So this is the equation. This is the equation we have. But it's very difficult to accept it. Very difficult to accept it. Extremely difficult to accept it. Because any day Maya seems to be a better shelter. Any day Maya seems to be a better shelter. Maya is saying, see, I have so many things to offer to you. Why don't you come to me? I can give you so many things. Now and then I keep prodding you with my trident. That's okay. You get some prodding with my trident. It has only three sharp edges. Only 3 sharp edges. Only with the trident I'll punch you. Sometime I may cut your head and some blood may drip and I may keep the head in my hand. Sometimes, because I like cut heads. Sometimes I may do like this. But overall, I have many things to offer to you. Why don't you come and take it? Very, very nice marketing person Maya is. Maya has excellent marketing strategy. She always promises happiness and unfailingly she delivers misery. But she always promises happiness. And she will never fail in promising happiness. She'll tell, this just little bit misery, that's it. Tomorrow you are going to be happy. Tomorrow you are going to be happy. Today, little bit misery, that's it. Tolerate this little misery, tomorrow you are going to be happy. Now what comes tomorrow? Tomorrow also same thing. Little bit misery today, tomorrow you will be happy. So Maya never changes her word. She always tells that tomorrow you will be happy. But only thing is that tomorrow never comes. That is the only thing. That is the only thing. So therefore, it is very important to actually get the knowledge. Prabhupada says, the unalloyed devotees know the glories of the Lord in the sense that they understand how great the Lord is and how great is His expansion of His diverse energies. Maya is also His energy. Daivihyesha gunamayi mamāmāya duratyaya. Very difficult. And here also it is said, dustarām. Very difficult to cross over. So we cannot play with Maya. We cannot think that, okay, I can exploit Maya and I can be happy. I can be very happy. We can never think like that. Because Maya is meant to exploit us. We are not meant to exploit Maya. Maya gives this illusion that we are actually exploiting it. Those who are actually exploiting the nature, they are thinking, oh, we are exploiting nature. We are getting so much out of this nature. But the nature is hitting them back. We made so much plastic. And then we thought, oh, we have exploited nature. We have made this plastic. Now this plastic is ruling the world. But now the same scientists who made plastic, they are telling that everybody has plastic in their body to the size of a credit card. So much plastic is there in our blood, so much plastic is there in our food, so much plastic is there in our intestine. We are becoming plastic beings. So Maya has its way of hitting back. And when Maya hits back, we will not be able to stop it. So what is the remedy? The remedy is simply to take up the devotional service. But to take up devotional service in Kali Yuga is extremely difficult. So therefore, in Kali Yuga, to make this devotional service accessible, Lord Chaitanya appears. It's very difficult to take up devotional service in Kali Yuga because the whole atmosphere is surcharged with ignorance. So it's extremely difficult. People on their own will not go to take up devotional service in Kali Yuga. Nobody will go and ask, like Narada is asking Brahma, who is this, whom you are meditating upon, on whom this whole creation is being supported by, who is the source of this creation? Nobody cares to ask. People have already decided that there is no source for creation. The modern science already decided there is no source for creation. No need to look for the source for creation. Simply try to prove that this whole creation is godless. It's a random phenomenon. That godless random phenomenon. Simply try to prove it. Because the moment you kill God, then you don't have to worry about any scripture. You can simply enjoy your senses. That is the whole idea. But you cannot kill God because God kills everybody. How can you kill some person who actually kills everybody? You cannot kill God. So that is the problem. So Mahaprabhu appears in Kali Yuga to actually take this knowledge to us, to bring this knowledge to us, to find people, give them the mercy, like Nityananda Prabhu is seeing Jagai and Madai, and he's thinking, hey, why these people are rascals? They should be actually chanting with for the holy name. They should be actually singing and dancing the holy name. Why these people are so big rascals? Let's make them devotee. Let's make them devotee. This is the mood of the followers of Mahaprabhu. This is the mood of the followers of Mahaprabhu, that they simply take their costless mercy of Mahaprabhu to the whole world. Prabhupada sees so many people rotting, so many young people rotting. He's thinking, oh, why these people are rotting? They should become great devotees. They should not waste their life. Why not preach Krishna consciousness to them? Why not show them the way for real happiness? Why not attract them with nice prasad? Why not give them some good experience of Krishna consciousness? Why they should rot? He goes amongst them. There's a very nice sloka in 3rd canto, which Vidura speaks to Maitreya in glorification of Maitreya. He's saying, Janasya Krishnat Vimukasya Daivad. These people in this material world, they have become Vimukha. They simply turn their face away from Krishna. And what is the result of that? Adharma Shilasya Sudukitasya. Adharma Shilasya. They have become expert in performing adharma. Adharma Shilasya. Expert in performing adharma. And what is the result of that? Sudukitasya. Extremely miserable. They are extremely miserable. Sudukitasya. Anugrahaya charanti nunam. Simply to give mercy to them, these people are moving. In this material world, movement is a symptom of sense gratification. Everybody moves in this material world because of sense gratification. A person goes from A to B because he wants sense gratification. He's sitting in the bedroom, he goes to the living room. Why he goes to the living room? Because what sense gratification is available in the living room, that's not available in the bedroom. So therefore he goes from living room to the bedroom, from the bedroom to the living room. And he sits there for some time and then he comes back to the bedroom. Why? Because what sense gratification available in the bedroom, it is not available in the living room. So he came here. He's in the village, he goes to the city. Why? He thinks, oh, no sense gratification available in the village, let me go to the city, I will have some sense gratification. When the city, he comes to the village because he's thinking, oh, I am fed up of city, let me come back to the village. Prabhupada discusses this, bhogatyaga. In Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada discusses this, bhogatyaga. The movement in the material world is caused by sense gratification. Every living entity in this material world moves simply for the sake of sense gratification. But these people are exception. These people are exception. Anugrahaya charanti. Charanti means they are moving. They are not moving for their own sense gratification. They are simply moving to give mercy to everybody. Anugrahaya charanti nunam. Bhutani, for all the people. What kind of people they are? They are bhavyani. They are great people. Why they are great people? They are janardanasya. Because they have identified themselves as belonging to Krishna. These people have identified themselves. They have identified, oh, I belong to Krishna and Krishna belongs to me. So therefore, it is my duty to give Krishna to everybody. So I will move from one place to another place. Anugrahaya charanti nunam bhutani bhavyani janardanasya. You see, Prabhupada goes to Subhati Morarji and he's trying to convince her, please give me a ticket, I have to go to America. And Subhati Morarji is trying to convince Prabhupada, oh, you're an old man, why do you want to go to America? Why do you want to take this treacherous journey on the sea? You simply stay in Vrindavan. You want some money, you come to me, I give you some money. Or you stay with me, every day you do Bhagavad Katha, you be happy with me. Why are you taking so much risk in this age, going to America and doing so many things? Why can't you be happy here? Swamiji, be happy here. I take care of everything for you. No, give me ticket. I want to go. Why? Bhutani bhavyani janardanasya anugrahaya charanti nunam. My spiritual master told me I should go to West and preach, so I will do it. Irrespective of whatever it is, I will simply do it. And then it's not so easy. Prabhupada is living in Vrindavan, such a nice place, full of sadhus. So he is living in Radha Damodar, every day seeing Rupa Goswami Samadhi. What else could be more pleasurable for a devotee? Just to live in Vrindavan, be in front of Rupa Goswami Samadhi, every day see Radha Damodar. But he goes to America and then he has to negotiate with the lady in the house. Oh, there's a fridge. You keep the non-vegetarian in one place, I keep a vegetarian in another place. He's negotiate with her. You use this part of the fridge, I use that part of the fridge. Why? Anugrahaya. Simply to give mercy. Simply to give mercy. What great saintly personality. Negotiating with the lady who is a meat eater. Where to keep his prasad. Why? Simply to give mercy to the fallen souls of Kali Yuga. This is the mood of the followers of Lord Chaitanya. That they want to give mercy. They want to give mercy. I was living in Dubai and my Shiksha Guru, he saw me. Why this guy rotting here? Why he is rotting here? Let him know Bhagavad Gita. Let him learn Bhagavad Gita. Why he is rotting here? And he caught me. Sit. We give prasad. We read Bhagavad Gita. You take to listen. We give nice prasad. Don't cook. Just we give prasad. Don't cook. So we are thinking, oh, this man, at least one day cooking holiday, he is giving nice prasad. At least for him, we'll go and listen to what he is saying to eat prasad. And then we go, we eat prasad, and then just listen to what he says. So, the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, simply they are there to catch everybody in Kali Yuga and give them the mercy. Prabhupada writing so many books, and the book distributors going on the street, and they are distributing books. Whether the sun, rain, or snow, don't care. Just go distribute books to everybody. Don't see whether he is great man, small man. Vaisheshika Prabhu was sitting here, he was giving class, and he was saying how he distributed one book to a beggar in Puri. I was flabbergasted. I was just listening to him. And he not only distributed the book to the beggar, he also asked for a donation from him. I told, please give me a donation, 1 rupee. I was actually remembering Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that to build the temple, he was actually going around and he was begging donation from everybody, give 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee. And people are criticizing him, oh, you are a big magistrate, you are not a beggar, you are not a beggar, you are a big magistrate. Why are you going and begging from so many people? You know so many people who are rich people, why don't you go them, get some money, build the temple? Now Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, oh, this is great work. Everybody should participate, everybody should get mercy. So therefore I am going and begging with everybody, who cares whether people criticize me or not. My business is to make sure that Mahaprabhu's mercy becomes accessible to everyone. Anugrahaya charanti nunam. Simply to give mercy. These great devotees, they are moving around. And they don't care for their own prestige. They don't care for their good name. They don't care for their position in the society. They're simply thinking that how to serve Krishna. How to make this mercy of Krishna accessible to everyone. How to make this mercy of Lord Chaitanya accessible to everyone. Don't care whether we have to go through some discomfort, whether we have to go through some difficulty. Don't care. Simply give the mercy to everyone. So that is the glory of our parampara. That is the mood of Srimad Bhagavatam. And with the same mood, now Brahma is explaining everything to Narada. Because Narada, initially he told, oh Brahma, you seem to be the creator. You seem to be doing everything. So probably you are the creator, you are the supreme. Brahma doesn't accept that proposal. Even though Narada is actually giving him the opportunity to accept that proposal. You are a great man, why don't you accept it? Brahma is saying, no, I am not great. The Supreme Lord is great. I am not great, the Supreme Lord is great. He is the creator. I simply create with what he has given. He is the maintainer. He comes in different incarnations, in different, very, very, very sweet chapter, very beautiful chapter. This chapter is very personal chapter. Sometimes people think, oh, second canto is so boring, nothing is there. But if you actually understand second canto, if you try to see second canto from the perspective of how Krishna distributes his mercy, then it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Like a young man, when he goes behind a young woman, he wants to attract the young woman. He dresses in various ways and he goes and stands in front of the young woman. And then he's seeing whether she will get attracted to this dress, she will get attracted to this dress, she will get attracted to this dress, which dress she is going to get attracted to, which makeup, which hairdo, which way she will get attracted to. He makes so many adventures in front of the woman. Sometimes they go hanging in the bus or hanging in the train. They try to make so many adventures just to attract the attention of the young woman. Now, you see, Brahma is telling that in third canto, this nice prayer, Brahma is telling that how the Lord behaves. The Lord also behaves with us in the same way. He says that, oh my Lord, you're so nice. You come in many different forms, simply to attract the attention of the conditioned soul. That somehow or other you want the conditioned soul to get attracted to you. Therefore, you come in so many very different forms. Yadyadhya urgaya vibhayanti taddat vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. Whatever way the conditioned soul wants to imagine you, same way you want to appear and attract the attention of the conditioned soul. Just like a young boy trying to attract the attention of a young girl. By dressing in various ways, by coming in various ways, doing various adventures in front of her. Same way the Lord comes in this material world, he does various adventures in front of the conditioned soul. And I see, get attracted to me, I am great man. You see, I'm lifting Govardhan, I am doing this, I am doing that. Why don't you get attracted to me? Why are you getting attracted to all these small people? Why don't you just get attracted to me? He comes as Lord Chaitanya, and so beautiful Lord Chaitanya, he looks so beautiful. And he's chanting and dancing. People can just go mad by seeing him chanting and dancing. That beauty of the golden form. He comes in different ways. He comes as sannyasi, he comes as young man, he comes as boar, he comes as tortoise. You like tortoise? Okay, I become tortoise. Big tortoise, huge tortoise. I saw in Malaysia that they have a tortoise temple, Buddhist temple. So many tortoise. So there are people who like tortoise. So now, okay, you like tortoise, I become the biggest tortoise in the whole universe you can ever imagine. That even if they bring big mountain and then put and do, they do it, still it is like little scratch on my body. So what do you like? Same way I can come. So this is this chapter where the Lord is trying to appear in different ways, just to attract the attention of the conditioned soul. And Brahma is very nicely explaining, Narada, you see, this Lord, he is appearing so many different ways. You know why he is appearing? He is appearing simply to attract the attention of the conditioned soul. Why he wants to attract the attention of the conditioned soul? Because that is where the conditioned soul's real happiness is. So why don't you expand this? Why don't you tell this to everybody? Why don't you make a big story out of it? Why don't you preach this? And that becomes Bhagavatam. That becomes Bhagavatam. Pibata Bhagavatam rasam alayam. Rasam alayam. So this is the essence of the second canto, that how the Lord is expressing the love for the living entity, the conditioned soul, through the whole medium of cosmic manifestation. So therefore, the second canto is simply a treatise of love. It explains how the Lord tries to attract the attention of the conditioned soul. So And especially as the followers of Mahaprabhu, it is our duty to have the same mood, to carry the same mission, and to preach to the conditioned souls, including us. First we have to preach to ourselves. That don't get attracted to this Maya. This Maya is very nice, but don't get attracted to it. First we have to preach to ourselves. First we have to save ourselves. The first person to be saved is myself. And then try to save others. Because if I can't save myself, I cannot save others. So therefore, Bhagavatam gives us this wonderful opportunity to reflect on the mercy of Mahaprabhu, on the mercy of Prabhupada, that how Krishna has become accessible to us. Krishna's greatness has become accessible to us. The working of Krishna's diverse energies have become accessible to us simply by Prabhupada's mercy, by his purports. So therefore, we should be very thankful for this opportunity. We should meditate on this opportunity. We should try to give this opportunity to others. The pleasure of chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Any comments, questions, corrections? Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. You gave a very nice example of how Srila Prabhupada, he was very comfortable in Vrindavan. He would have nicely left his body there, but still he went out because he wanted to give this Krishna consciousness to everyone. So my question is that why is it that I am not able to develop such mood? I am very comfortable like staying here, but I am not unable to develop this mood that Srila Prabhupada had, that urgency. Why am I not able? How can I develop that?
So, if you want something, you should approach the person who has it in abundance, and then you will get it. Like suppose you want money, you go to a big man who has a lot of money, and he can easily give you some money. You go and ask him, please give me some money, he will give it. He will give it. So, you want that sense of urgency to preach Lord Chaitanya's movement, then you should go to people who have that sense of urgency and associate with them. And by associating with them, then we can actually get that sense of urgency ourselves, because that's the power of association. In this material world, everybody follows the same principle. Like Prabhupada actually says in Nectar of Instruction, the Dadi Pradigranati verse, Prabhupada says there are many societies or associations in the material world where people who have the same type of interest, they actually come together. So same way, if we associate with people who have that sense of urgency, who want to dedicate their life to actually take Prabhupada's message or Lord Chaitanya's message all over the world, then we can actually get that sense of urgency. If we don't associate with them, then association means that we should allow them to influence our life. That's what association, not being just with them. Like sometimes we may have proximity with some person. Like Prabhupada gives the example of the mosquito sitting on the lap of the king. Now the mosquito may proudly think, oh, I am sitting on the lap of the king. But what is the use of the mosquito sitting on the lap of king? There is no association. It's simply going to drink blood from the king. And when the king gets irritated, he'll just put a slap and the mosquito will die there only. So that is not association. That's not association. Real association means that we should allow those devotees to actually change our life. We should be open for those devotees to change our life. Like I was talking to a Prabhupada disciple, and Prabhupada was actually telling his disciples to do things which looks very impossible. But they simply accepted it. Like he told one of his disciples, go preach in Saudi Arabia. Yes, Prabhupada, I'll try. And that time, Vietnam war was going on. Prabhupada was telling another disciple, go preach in Vietnam. Yes, Prabhupada, I will try. So, there is no question of telling no. Prabhupada tells the disciple, okay, go to London and preach. Prabhupada didn't give them ticket. Prabhupada didn't give them nice place to stay. Prabhupada didn't make arrangement for everything. Now I want to go to Malaysia. First I write to devotees, here's my visa ready. Can you give me a visa letter? then they give visa letter, then can you give me a ticket? Okay, they give me a ticket, here's my prasadam arranged, here's my place, stay place arranged, everything you arrange for entire arrangement, and then you go there. Now you think of devotees who actually went to Malaysia without even knowing what is going to happen to them. So I was hearing so nice stories of how different devotees actually were in Malaysia in a very, very turbulent period of Malaysian ISKCON. Prabhu Vishnu Maharaj at the time now, Prabhu, Bhanu Swami Maharaj, Japtaka Swami Maharaj, and Gauranga Nagari. Gauranga, what is his name? Forgot. Gaur-mandala Bhumi Prabhu, yes, Gaur-mandala Bhumi Prabhu. All these different people who actually, how they went into Malaysia in a very, very difficult time in ISKCON, and then they actually preached, they established the whole yatra there, they preached the thing there. So, great devotees have done great sacrifice because they have that missionary spirit within them. And when we associate with them, and when we allow them to actually influence our life decisions, and when you open to them, that's what Prabhupada is saying, unalloyed surrender. When we open to them, when we let them lead our life, when we open to their direction, then we can get that mood. Then we can get that mood. That's association. Not just being with someone and having a nice laugh and going together, coming together, eating pizza. That's not association. Association means that we should allow those devotees to influence our life. That's association. When we do that, then we can get it. Okay, ask one. No, everybody has preaching spirit. Only thing the followers didn't carry that preaching spirit. Ramanuja was a stalwart preacher. It's not that Ramanuja is not a preacher. It's not that he was just sitting in Srirangam and chanting Hare Krishna. He went all over India and he challenged everybody. Because at that time, Shankarite philosophy was actually ruling all over India. So his mission was, to Alavandar, he actually gave three things. He said that I will actually establish Sri Vaishnavism. Second thing, I will write the commentary for Vedanta Sutra according to the Vaishnava principles. Third is that I will have through my disciples 2 children and I will name them after Vyasadeva and Parasara. And they will become great devotees who will actually carry the message of Sri Vaishnavism. And he did all the three. He's a stalwart preacher. On top of the Trikoshturi temple, he was sitting and he wanted to explain Om Namo Narayana to everybody. Anybody who cared to listen, he wanted to explain. At the risk of going to hell himself. And when his first teacher, when he was trying to explain the Lord's form in a very gross way, Ramanuja was actually shedding tears, and the tears are actually burning his skin. He was so angry. He was so angry with Yadav Prakash. He was saying, why are you doing this? Why are you doing to the Supreme Lord? Why are you trying to explain this? And that is unprecedented for a student to stand in front of the Guru and directly challenge him. And Yadav Prakash was so afraid of him. He thought, this boy, he will actually destroy Shankarite philosophy, so I should actually kill him. So he is trying to kill him. But Varadaraj actually comes. Varadaraj is the Lord in Kanchipuram. He comes, he appears personally, and then he actually takes him out of the party of Yadav Prakash, and then he brings him back to Kanchipuram. Stalwart preacher. Stalwart preacher. So many, he goes to, and his disciples, like each of them, they are like big gem. He goes all the way to Kashmir to get a certain literature which will actually help him to write the commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And then Those people who are sitting there, Brahmanas who are sitting there, they know that if Ramanuja writes this commentary, Shankarite philosophy is finished. It's finished. So they are making their own plan that how he will not take this book. So they make that plan and they try to steal that book back from him. And in the meantime, one of the disciples of Ramanuja, he had this power of memorizing each and everything just by reading it twice. He read the whole book twice. And then he memorized the whole book. So when the book was taken away, then he told his Gurudev, Gurudev, I am at your service. I can dictate the whole book back. And then there's another disciple. When the king, the Shaivite king, he wanted to actually kill Ramanuja. And then this disciple goes, he says, I am Ramanuja. He goes and stands in front of the king, he says, I am Ramanuja. And then what happens to him? The king actually blinds both his eyes. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Let my guru go and preach. Let something happen to me. I don't care. And there's anantaḥ who went to Tirupati. At that time, Tirupati was such a terrible place. Nobody would go there. It was full of forests, so many animals. If they go, that means there's no guarantee that they will come back. And the Lord is telling Ramanuja, I want somebody who can make flower garland for me. Ramanuja is having Ishtagoshti, telling everybody that the Lord of Tirupati wants somebody who can make flower garland. Who is willing to go? Anantaḥ is saying, I will go. Ramanuja is saying, hey, you are Grahastha, your wife is fully pregnant. How will you go to Tirupati? Is this a place to... No. The Lord wants something, I will go. You want it, the Lord wants it, I will go. And then he went. And today also you can see Anantaḥ's crowbar in the Tirupati, in the entrance you can see his crowbar, with which he actually hit the Lord. He had some nice rasa with the Lord. Anantaḥ had some very nice rasa with the Lord. So, stalwart preachers, stalwart disciples. But they did not carry that mood and mission of their acharya. And today, we are thinking that they are not preachers. We can also face the same fate if we don't preserve the mood and mission of Prabhupada. If we don't adopt that mood, if we don't adopt that mission, if we don't take it forward, if we don't, raise up to the occasion and try to become the vehicles of distributing Prabhupada's mercy to others, even ISKCON also can face the same risk. Every acharya comes only to preach. They don't come for anything else. They simply come to preach. That's it. That's their mission. They want to preach. Every acharya, every Vaishnava acharya and every Vaishnava line, they have come only to preach. So we should protect this mission very fiercely. We should have that fierceness in protecting this mission. We should make it ours and we should protect it. That's what we should do. Okay, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanand.